Let's make some bath bombs. Y'all, it's Self-Care Saturday. It's Nap Time Chat. I'm Kathy Callahan, 1:30 Central. Every single day we come online and we talk about something to connect as people and as mamas. And today we're doing Self-Care Saturday. We're gonna make some bath bombs. Before we start, I'm in my bathroom. Dylan is one door down. I'm hoping this goes off without a hitch. So here's the thing. Have you made bath bombs before? On a side note, before we get started with the actual ingredients, and I'll turn my camera so you can see it all, I think this is interesting because are y'all staying connected with people and adults outside of your children? Jeremy and I were having this conversation yesterday. He's like, you get to go online every day and you talk to people, and I just only talk to the kids, and I need to have smart conversations. And I'm like, well, I don't know if I have smart conversations, but I am staying connected with people, and I'm running my business, and I'm continuing to learn new things. So I hope you guys are doing that for yourself. So bath bombs is a great way to do something fun. I did these with the kids last night. We've already used all the ones we made. They're simple. I'm going to take you through the whole process, and then they'll need to dry. And this is a great way to take care of yourself, is to take a bath. So who likes to take baths? I love them. All right, tell me who's here. Say hey. I know some of y'all that are on here. Where are you tuning in from? If you're watching replay, hashtag replay below. All right, I'm going to show you everything. I'm just going to take you through the process of bath bombs. Now, there's multiple recipes you guys can choose from. This is the one I'm using. I know this is backwards, but if anybody wants the recipe for what I'm using, just let me know. We're going to do our dry ingredients in one bowl and our wet ingredients in another, and then you just mix them together, and then you put this stuff in the mold. Now, these are the actual bath bomb molds. You can order them on Amazon, the circle ones that you often see. Oh shoot. You can also do silicone molds, which this was like 6. This was a tray of 6 that we cut apart for a class we did. So those are individual molds. You could even do just like a boring old kitchen mold, because if they're for your kids and they're just gonna throw them in the bath, who cares? You do muffin tins. So today we're gonna do I like to do the bath bombs at first, and when I'm getting down to not very much, I'll put the rest into a silicone mold. So there's 4 dry ingredients that you guys need. The first one is baking soda. I have a ginormous bag of baking soda because we did this on a class. So if you're doing, let's see, last night we made with this concoction I'm gonna do with you guys today, we made 4 bath bombs and 1 flour out of the stuff that I'm gonna do with you today. So I think it's supposed to make about 4 bath bombs, but it made a little extra. So just throw your baking soda into your bowl. If anybody tries this, let me know how they worked out. I know Jessica and I did a class with these locally, and sometimes they didn't stick as well. Okay, Epsom salts, which mine are not in the bag anymore, but these are great. You can get them anywhere, Dollar General, whatever. You need half a cup of Epsom salts, but these are great for throwing into your bathtub. And then you need half a cup of citric acid, which this is part of why they fizz, okay? So citric acid, you can buy it online. I don't know if you could buy it locally. I do know there's other recipes that use different stuff. And then this one calls for 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch. So who's ever made these before, and is this the recipe you used? The one we made for class did not have cornstarch in it. It actually says 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch. So I'm going to do 1/4 plus 1/2. If I know how to do math. Oh, no, I'm not. Fine. We'll do 3/4. And you guys, this is how you do math with your kids. And you make, this is very messy. Cornstarch is very messy. This is how you can do some math and some fun with your kids. All right. So that's it for dry ingredients. And then you just whisk it together. Baking soda, Epsom salt, citric acid, and cornstarch. And you can color these if you want to. The kids chose yellow. Now for your wet ingredients, there's not that much wet ingredients that you need. You only need 1 tablespoon of water. So we're gonna do the wet ingredients in here. What are you guys doing today? It's rainy and cruddy here. I've worked this morning. I got on my book club call that was actually about a book, not my book club friends call where we don't really read books. All right, there's 1 tablespoon of water. Then you need 3 tablespoons of oil for this recipe I'm using now. I'm using fractionated coconut oil. You could use avocado oil. There's different recipes that you can use. I don't know if y'all can see this part. All you need is 3 tablespoons of oil into your wet bowl. 1, 2, and then sometimes I do like to grease the molds as well. So what I've been doing is anything extra, I just kind of use to grease the inside of those. So we'll do that in a second there. Okay, so this is oil, this is water. Now, the next 2 things you don't have to do. So you need the oil and the water, but if you want to make them smell good, and if you want them to have like some benefits, you can add essential oils. And if you want them to look prettier, you can add color. What color, anybody have a vote on colors? I have heard horror stories of colored bath bombs. Has anybody ever used, Tony said, have I been outside? She walked outside with an umbrella. My kids and I stood on the porch, and they're growing grass buddies right now, where they're growing grass in a cup, and we cut the grass's hair. That's the most we've done outside today, but yeah, it's raining here. I've heard horror stories from one of the bath bomb companies that you can buy bath bombs from, and one of my friends that lives in town, her whole bathtub, her body, her towel, everything was stained black. So some people recommend to not color your bath bombs. These are special colors that I got from online on Amazon, and they're made for like bath soaps and that kind of thing. So I haven't had a problem with them. So what color do you guys want? Because they're all going to be the same color in this batch. We got purple, red, blue, green, yellow. Somebody vote. Somebody give me a color. We'll be thinking about that. I'll wait for a color choice on that. Then you can put essential oils in there. A very popular one is eucalyptus oil. I think this one I might have bought at, I don't know, Fresh Thyme or something. This one is from Dollar General. Tony says we're doing green. I have, this one's Young Living, that's lemon. I've got some decent oils and I've got some not as decent oils, but I'm gonna, peppermint would be, peppermint and eucalyptus, let's do that. Peppermint and eucalyptus, and then Tony says we're coloring them green. So for the oil, you want to do 20 to 30 drops of oil into your liquid bowl. So here's our liquid. Let's just round about. And that probably, hey Barb, that looked like about 20, didn't it? We'll say that was 20. Okay, so Barb, I know you just got on here. I'm gonna take you through what we've already done. And then we're gonna color these green. Now you guys, I have a blue bathtub. This is my old bathroom that we're in right now, so I don't really worry about staining this bathtub. But in my bedroom, we have a white bathtub and I've not had any staining. Okay, it says 3 to 5, oh, that was a lot. Whatever. 3 to 5 drops of food coloring. Okay, so that's it. Now we're gonna mix all this together. So if you just joined us, we're doing bath bombs. This is 1 cup of baking soda, half a cup of Epsom salt, half a cup of citric acid, and 3/4 cup of cornstarch. That's our dry stuff, okay? Then for our wet stuff, we did 1 tablespoon of water, 3 tablespoons of oil, and I use fractionated coconut oil. If you guys want the recipe, maybe just drop recipe or something below, and I'll send you the one over that I use, but you can Google, there's all kinds of recipes. Hashtag GTS. 20 to 30 drops of an essential oil or a blend, and then 3 to 5 drops of food coloring. Now, here's the hard part. Y'all ready for this? This is the part where you can either screw them up really bad or you can do them really well. So, no pressure. Let me get all this stuff out of my way. By the way, do you like my water? We're in day 6 of the water challenge, and yesterday we decided to do fruit water or veggie water. Isn't it beautiful? I did this live yesterday. Okay, so here's the important part. I feel my heart rate going up. I'm nervous. I don't want to screw these up for you guys. You have to do this liquid really slowly into the powder, or else it will activate and they'll start fizzing now. That's the tricky part. So you want to be stirring this the whole time that you're doing the liquid in. And when we did it in class, we actually did the liquid with a dropper. So sorry, this might be noisy. But You have to keep stirring. And it's very powdery right now. I've never done it with cornstarch, and I can see all the cornstarch everywhere. I don't like that. I mean, I did it last night with Christian. Okay, so if you do it too fast, you're gonna see it start to fizz, and that's your sign that you need to slow your roll. Slow it down. Just keep mixing, keep mixing, keep mixing. It's going to be at the very most kind of like a kinetic sand. Have you ever done kinetic sand? It's not, I can taste the cornstarch. This didn't happen last night. I'm probably, anyway, so you could do it as, uh-oh, that was too much at once. Too much at once. Because you don't want this to all like disappear right now. You want to be able to bath bomb it. And I can see, I get impatient and I just want to be done. So I can put these in the bombs for you guys. My kids love these. We're almost there. I need a mask. It's non-toxic stuff. We're okay. Believe me. Did you guys see? Let's take a break for a second. Has anybody seen the post out? And are y'all like, are you guys okay using bleach and Lysol? You shouldn't be doing that. You know that, right? Totally a side note. But somebody posted today about, this is not funny, by the way, but they're like, in 20 years from now, we're going to see all the commercials about people who've been overly exposed to bleach and Lysol and the effect of that on your lungs and on your body. Anyway, and then somebody else is like, if that's what gets me, then, you know, I'm surprised it wasn't something else. But yeah, so I'm sure that like inhaling cornstarch is not good for me. I'm quite positive of that, actually. But it did make me think of that person's post, because so many people are like overusing cleaners right now. All right, we're almost there. Whoops. That's what happens when you get impatient. So this is the longest part, is this right here. I wish I could like do this on speed dial or whatever. Time speed up. And then all we're gonna do is mold it. I'm gonna show you a trick for molding them. If you've ever done these before and they did not stick together, I'll show you what to do, okay? Tony, these aren't green, I just realized. Tony, I just realized these are not green. Barb said she really needs to stay away from those things. Had I been paying more attention, I would have put a whole lot more green in here, because these are not green. There's the green liquid a little bit, but that wasn't nearly enough green food coloring. Now, you don't want to wait too long. We do need to start molding these, but let's go ahead and throw some food coloring in. I'm sure that wasn't a good idea because now it's fizzing, but let's try to turn them into green. Was that green? I don't even know what color I just put in there. I just threw some in there. That's how I cook too. Just throw it together and hope it turns out okay. Okay, so once you've done this, you do need to start molding them pretty quickly so that they stick together and don't dry out here. So we're gonna mold them together. This is so simple. And we're gonna hope that I don't have any problems. Okay, I put a little bit of oil in them. That's just so that they don't stick together or stick to the inside of the bath bomb. And then literally all you do is just this. So easy. Excuse me. You squish them together. Now here's the trick. If you've ever done this before, Tony says we have an imagination. If you've ever done this before and they didn't stick together, take like a spoon and tap the top like this. Okay, that will help. Now, some people leave them like this. They actually will dry better. Let's see if I did good. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Oh, not bad. It's a little crumbly. It's a little crumbly. I'm not good at this. I'm all right at this. I'm gonna oil it better. They will dry better if you take the lid off, okay? This is why I make them for home and don't sell them. Mine are never perfect, but some of them turn out pretty good. Okay, and then you just do that again. They will stick together. I just don't know how to get them to be perfectly smooth. I've never done a really good job with that. Some of them turn out really good. Sorry. Just press them together. And the bombs, the bath bombs, why is that sticking like that? The molds make it very easy for anybody to do this. And this should get 4 out of there. And then, like I said, the last one I do just in the silicone mold. Super neat, says Barbara. Barb, if you get really good at these, there's different recipes. The one that we did at the, that one's better. Oh, that one was better. There's a bad glare on here. Here, I'm proud of this one. Let me try to get the glare off. Let me try to get the glare off. I'm pretty proud of that one. That one did pretty good. And it's got some green in there. It's kind of green. Good enough, right? Come on, y'all. What do you think? Impressed or not? I don't know. I know that you can play with this. We've only done these like 4 times now. But I know you can really work with some different recipes. The ones that we did at the event that we did, I'm going to get a lot more than 4 out of this. What did I do? Somehow I'm like, Jesus, I just turned 2 loaves of bread into 1,000. I'm just kidding. That was not disrespectful. That was supposed to be funny. Okay. I somehow have a whole lot more than I thought I would. Oh, see, that one's a little cratery on top. Okay. Now, when you get down to the bottom and it's hard to scoop all this, then what I do is I just throw all this into a silicone mold, or you could do all silicone molds. Barb said she's impressed. That was a good one. Looks like ice cream. So the molds are probably a little easier if you have a silicone mold, because you literally just press it like that and then it will dry and it will be that shape at the end. So that's easy. I don't know if I'm going to get a whole nother rectangle out of these. And then you just repeat. Do the same thing. That's it. What do y'all think? Now everybody going to go try it? It is a little messy. I mean, what we do with the extra powder, if we have extra, we just put it into a jar. And then we have a loose jar of powder that we can throw into the bath. So, okay, press that down and that's done. And then I have all these jars. You guys know where I get everything because I'm real classy, right? I got it at Dollar General. I get these jars from Dollar General. Oh, the price tag's off. I think it was $2. But I just put all the extra powder into a jar because it has all the benefits. It just doesn't do all the fancy drop the ball and fizz. That's it. That's my self-care Saturday. Go make your bath bomb, take a bath, relax, take care of you. Barb, how long does it take to dry? They say 2 up to 24 hours. 2 to 24 hours. We left ours dry overnight. When we did them as a class, like we did them as a class in town, we did not have 2 hours. Within 1 hour, we were able to pop them out of the mold, and we put them into like a cupcake tin and put them in a bat, or maybe a paper cup, I think we put them in. Just told everybody to keep them, you know, don't let them get knocked around. They'll be hard when they're done, but they will dry faster if you leave them half of the mold off. So leave the bottom off. And you're welcome. I hope it was fun. Have some fun. Share with me if you try them, what worked well. If there's a better recipe out there, let me know. The one we did in class did not have cornstarch, but it did have some bath salts that we have. So I don't know. And it didn't have it didn't use fractionated coconut oil. We used a different kind of oil. So there's all different recipes out there. Have fun. Go take care of yourself and your families too. Is that what Dr. Phil says? I don't know. I hope you have a great Saturday. I'll see you tomorrow on Sunday for Sunday Fun Day. Bye for now.